The courtroom smelled like old paper and cheap disinfectant. I remember that before anything else. My wife's laugh cut through it, sharp, careless. Too loud for a room that decided people's futures. "You're too poor to hire a lawyer," she said, turning slightly so everyone could hear. Her new husband smiled beside her, a practiced smile, the kind you wear when you think you've already won. The judge looked at me the way people look at cracked glass, curious, cautious, disposable. I stood alone, no counsel, no notes in my hands. Just my pulse, steady, controlled. I could feel the eyes, the whispers, the verdict they had already written in their heads. I rose when the judge called my name. My wife leaned back, satisfied. She thought this was the part where I embarrassed myself. I opened my mouth. And after my first sentence, the room stopped breathing. It hadn't started in a courtroom. It started with silence. She stopped asking how my day was. Stopped touching me unless it was necessary. Stopped arguing because arguing requires honesty. Her phone never left her side. Face down, always face down. At night, she turned away from me like I was a stranger she didn't trust with her back. I told myself it was stress. Money, time, life. Men lie to themselves best when the truth threatens their identity. Then came the calendar notification. Not meant for me. A hotel reservation, my credit card. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who still hope to be wrong. Instead, I watched. I learned the rhythm of her deception. The way she smiled at nothing. The way she showered twice some nights. When she asked for a divorce, her voice was calm, prepared. She already had someone waiting. I didn't raise my voice. Didn't beg. Didn't ask questions I wasn't ready to hear answered. I gathered data. Phone records. Shared accounts. Deleted messages that weren't as deleted as she thought. I learned about the condo. The gifts. The overlapping timelines. I learned that the man she married 6 weeks after filing wasn't new. He was efficient, sloppy in his confidence. And I learned something else. The business I had failed. The one she mocked. The one she said ruined us. She had transferred assets quietly. Underestimated me loudly. I let her. I signed what she wanted. Acted tired, defeated. Let her believe I was drowning. Meanwhile, I prepared to breathe underwater. The forensic accountant's report arrived on a Tuesday. Clean, precise, merciless. I verified everything twice. Truth deserves patience. When I finally spoke to her, it wasn't a confrontation. It was a question. Did you think I wouldn't notice? Her face drained. Not denial, calculation. She said nothing. Silence is confession when you've already been caught. Back in court, the judge nodded for me to proceed. I spoke calmly. I represent myself because I know this case better than anyone. My wife smirked. I continued. I'd like to submit evidence of concealed marital assets, fraudulent transfers, and perjury. Paper rustled. A sound like bones shifting. Her lawyer leaned forward. I watched her smile collapse slowly, beautifully. I named dates. Amounts. Accounts only she thought existed. I introduced the emails. The signatures. Her voice in writing. The judge's pen stopped moving. Her new husband stood halfway, then sat back down. For the first time, she looked at me. Not with contempt. With fear. I finished. I was never too poor to hire a lawyer, I said. I just didn't need one. Silence sealed it. They ruled in my favor. Assets returned. Statements corrected. Illusions destroyed. She didn't cry. Didn't scream. She stared at the floor like it might open and take her with it. I walked past her without a glance. Outside, the air was cold, clean. I felt nothing. Not victory. Not relief. Just clarity. She had mistaken my restraint for weakness. That was her final error. I left the courthouse lighter than I arrived. Not because I won, but because I was finished carrying her lies.